I'm officially a part of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. So when I was talking to my soror, she basically told me like, hey Deja, the way that it happened for me is that her line sisters and her were supposed to pledge for 3 to 4 months of just pledging, learning information, etc. And then the last month is strictly getting ready to prepare for your probate. Now, for that whole 3 to 4 months, you are learning information, or at least you should be learning information about your organization. You're getting prepared, getting quizzed or whatever on all of your information for your specific organization. And then the last month is where everybody comes together after they met during business hours to basically, put the probate all into one. So for her, she did not be with them for the 3 to 4 months. I'm trying to say it as best as possible because I don't want to also speak for the organization to where I'm getting the organization in trouble, and I definitely don't want to offend anybody else. But basically she wasn't with them for those 3 to 4 months, but the last month she was with them right before the probate. So the month of the probate is when she was with them, and they basically got information. They got everything that they needed to get or whatever to basically prepare for the presentation that was coming up that month. And to her, she said it turned out successful. Obviously, her pro fights, they were not the nicest to her. She felt like she was left out, obviously. And if you ask her, okay, well, why didn't she do it? Why didn't she go through with it? Her main reason was school was the most important thing to her, but she also wanted to follow in her family's footsteps. So every woman in her family is an AKA. And obviously her being a legacy, I don't want to, I'm definitely not saying that she, glide right through or whatever, or glid. She didn't slide right through, okay? She didn't slide right through at all. She's a very hardworking woman, but she was preparing for medical school, and in order to go to medical school or have an easier route to medical school, you have to go through a medical, it's kind of like a nursing program, but not for nurses, but that's the best way that I can put it. And she was in that program, which is very selective. Only few people get into that program. And she was not about to play with her grades if it came down to choosing between AKA or going to medical school. And her main thing was I'm getting into medical school. This is the main thing for me. But I also want to be a part of AKA because of what it stands for and because of my family history with it. So I need to do this as well, but I'm going to do it the way that I want to do it. And she did feel like, her pro fights weren't as, I guess as nice to her, because obviously, a lot of people feel like, okay, you didn't work for these letters, you just signed a paper for them, and you just, coming out on top, and then she also unfortunately told me that she was kind of not blacklisted, but blackballed when she tried to go for positions in the organization. She wanted to run for, high positions to, basically make her resume also look good and also do stuff for the organization. But the girls were like, no, your paper, no.